Reseller news. Now. Yeah, now. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it!
Aloha, everyone!
Aloha to you and you and you. Start around the top WTF because you know you're number one reader. Rapey, you're brand new, I think. I don't remember seeing you before, but I must have if you've been watching. So we must be already be acquainted. But also, aloha to you, Dun Decor, Axe Monkey, Callie Debs, Ryan's in the house, Carla Olsen, Paul Rose, all the way from England. And Gina.
Record Crate.
That's far away, too. Record Crate, aloha, Quirky Picker Chat. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all the holidays that everyone else celebrates. I can't even keep them all together, but if they have food and you invite me, I'll go. Thank you. Hey, yo. Yeah, I'll go anywhere where there's food or nog or variants of any sort of delicious, especially seasonal foods. Seasonal foods are the best foods.
Excuse me,
and the
sir.
weirdest foods.
Sir.
According to England, you can mix dried oranges and suet and raisins together in a delicious brown gelatin food that is both spicy and delicious. I love mincemeat myself, but only because it's gross. Thank you.
Record Crate is here for hot sauce recommendations. Did you guys hear that Hot Ones sold for
82.5 million?
Yeah.
That's my recommendation. Start a hot sauce show on YouTube and sell
make
it.
your own, manufacture your own
The
hot
sauces.
sauce.
Yeah, I wonder how much of the show is the brand. I mean, obviously the value is the brand, but how much is the show valued at versus the hot dog business, the hot dog business, the hot sauce business. So anyway, Ayo has gone down to the local Costco and picked us up a couple of chicken bags. I appreciate that. Aloha for that and mahalos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Paul Rose has got the mints. So Paul Rose, do they make them? Do they make those mince pies? Can you get them at the store like a Little Debbie, like a prepackaged thing? Because around here, you have to go to a bakery. I mean, they're made that day probably because it's just kind of a rarity. It's not like, it's a rarity. So the Klingers, our good bakery, will have them, but you've probably got to go and maybe even order them ahead. They don't have them all year round. Is my point. Linzer Tortings for WTF, Linzers, and the other one we were just talking about, the mints. The mints. Flippin' it is a good morning! Biff Boffo, greetings from the road. Aloha to you. And that's what's so great. Biff is traveling around and listening. That's the modern world we live in.
Ooh, did you see Den Decor was saying French's dill mustard spread and the Lat's
Ooh, that sounds good.
Chips or Lay's chips.
Lay's.
It says Lay's chips.
Yeah, nice recovery for Den Decor there. We had a secret shop. It's gone now, so I can spill the beans on the Village Cheese House in Palo Alto, California. Had the only place that had a super secret. So here's how the sandwich went. 3 slices of pumpernickel, or the brown kind. Thin rye, dark rye. That's what it was.
Pumpernickel is the brown, but you can have a
dark rye.
like a swirly pumpernickel.
This is
rye,
a dark rye, just a dark rye.
I'm not sure how that works.
I'm just saying dark rye. Seeds or not seed? I don't remember if it had seeds. I don't think so. Anyway, dark rye, and then you mound up your big pile of beef on one. And it was roast beef sandwich. So you have the beef on one, then you have another rye bread sliced thin, and then you have your cheese selection on top, which of course has to be Swiss in this case. And I don't remember the brands of those. It was before Boar's Head. It was like whatever yummy brands there were. Can't remember. And then the piece de la resistance is pickle juice, 30% pickle juice.
I love
30%. 30% pickle juice, dill pickle juice. 30%. I mean, why do I keep saying that? Everybody stop. You're crowding me. You're making me feel crazy. The walls are closing in. Thank you. So it's 30% pickle juice, 80%, 90%. How many percents do I have left?
30% pickle juice.
Yeah.
So you have 70% left.
Okay. So 69% mayonnaise.
Oh,
And
1% meat.
1% mustard.
Oh! You're talking about the dressings.
Yeah. I don't think I have my proportions right.
Hey, Absolute Finds, aloha, and Candy.
Please don't hate me for
Candy.
giving you the wrong thing.
Aloha, silver hair.
Silver
I hope you
hair.
have a nice birthday.
You know what he got for his birthday? A cold.
Oh yeah. You were out partying hard,
Yeah,
huh?
because
Silver hair.
you ran down your allegiance.
Immune system.
Your allegiance to your body, and now you get a cold. Thank you. Linzer tart. Yes, I love the Linzers. I love that Linzers. Got to pick out the seeds, because you have to have like actual raspberry with the seeds.
We're making a trend that we talk about lots of food that make me really hungry.
I know. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here and go find some of this food. We have to track it down.
Moravian sugar cookies here in Eastern Pennsylvania.
Do that.
Boilo and Skook. I'm sorry,
Boilo
I'm
and
butchering
Skook,
those.
these are big holiday treats here. Boilo is rye whiskey, cinnamon, and spices, and fruit heated on the coal stove. What? Boilo. That's what it sounds like. It's Boilo. 2070-10. Yes. That's it. That's it. Thank you. That is why those numbers are like it's better than Back to the Future where you skew off the line. This is more universes based on these three numbers with hyphens.
Silverhair kissed Lag under the mistletoe and made him sick. I love it. That's so great. I always say whenever I get hungry, I just walk around Costco and fill up my belly with all the free samples.
Yeah.
So Candy O is getting down to business. Aloha. Thank God it's not Hazmat Monday. Kudos to eBay for getting that cluster F handled relatively quickly.
I handled it this fast. I canceled that one as soon as I heard it. It was like in one ear.
It's funny because I read in one of my groups, I was like, oh no. Did you know that labels are printing with a hazmat H on it? He goes, yeah, so what? I just crossed it out and stuck it on the package.
I just took a Sharpie out. I saw it. I took a Sharpie out. I crossed out hazmat and just sent it. I don't even know. I don't know.
I was like, oh.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, whatevs.
I've just been doing this for 25 years. What I do know is not to get, is just to, if something goes different, pretend like I didn't see that. I didn't see any H on there. Just get out, you go, you thing.
Nothing phases him, really.
That's probably, is that the number one tip of a 25-year eBay full-time?
Yeah, I think
sometimes,
so.
Usually full-time, not always full-time, but it's currently full-time for like 5 years and other times full-time too. That's it. Just don't trip. That's my number one. Is that our first merch? Primo Kimo, don't trip. That's our first merch. It's gonna take off. Don't trip. Just like don't trip, don't flip. I'll think of something really cool. Like
that's sort of your nature in general, though.
Don't flip, don't trip. Here's the thing. I'm prone to flipping and tripping and when I flip and trip, things never work out well.
No, I'm saying.
So you have to teach yourself to not flip and trip.
That's what I'm saying is your nature.
And in fact, I have done such a good job. I'm completely oblivious. I don't even care about anything. I'm like, eggnog does not have calories in it, and neither. This hand is eggnog. This hand is fondue, and I'm just like double fisting.
Aloha, everybody. Lots of work meetings today. Unfortunately, can't stay very long, but so happy to see you all. Keep rocking it. So happy to see you.
High five for everybody.
We've missed you, and
Don't flip us right over the
I'm glad
leg.
to see you. It was just glad to see that you're okay. Nothing affected you with those fires.
They ran. Did you see Dick Van Dyke was like his neighbors had to? He was crawling on his hands and knees, spraying water up on his house, and he saved his house. And then his neighbors had to save him because he was about to die.
And like he's 99 or something.
Yeah, he just turned 99. He's a healthy stock.
It is he, James. Good Monday to all ye elves in the polls and dancing on that.
What's going on, fellow humans and resellers?
Aloha to the one and only James Helferstick. Can I get a hand frame? Thank you. Let's do another one.
Yeah.
The man is putting out 75 videos a day. He is testing every conceivable methodology on eBay and continues to do so, and allows us to just sit back and roll in the dough. Thank you. Oh, speaking of rolling in the dough, before we get too far into this, I actually wanted to share a little bit of... oh, look at that. Josh is here. Aloha.
Hey.
Say, Josh and John were on last night. It was way too late to be on YouTube. Well, not for John. But for Josh, that's just crazy. It was like after 9 p.m. Do you know that Applebee's is not even open after 9 p.m.? So how can Josh be awake? I mean, we're in bed.
Hey,
Oh, to get so to start, we're gonna do like a hard press on the Christmas right now, and I invented a new item I think is gonna sell really well, especially to like vintage enthusiasts. It's a game. It's taken a long time for me to develop it. But I call it the Nintendo Vision.
What?
Yeah, I made it myself. See?
Oh my! You are a wacko.
It's Nintendo Vision. It has the controllers of Intellivision, but the brains of a Nintendo. Can I get $4,000 for this? Let's go. $4,000. Let me clown. Everybody, let's get $4,000. $13.75, $13.50, $12, 0. Thank you.
I like how it has the eBay tape holding it together.
Well, this is the prototype. The real one will be will have just like regular white tape.
Okay. Cool.
I'm putting that up somewhere. So, glad we got that out of the way. Now I'll have some of my Stoke coffee avec Starbucks.
That's it too. We got to get more.
That's it into the coffee?
Mm-hmm.
Boo.
Yep. You're pounding. Is that
first gen Nintendo? That's prototype, Josh. I'm gonna have that up as prototype. Those go for a lot more.
Does it come with Super Mario Pong? That's a good one,
It does.
John.
It comes with Super Mario Soccer and Pong.
She's a beaut, Clark.
Come on, Sparky. So I wanted to talk. You know, everybody. I think it's important to share numbers right now because people are having whatever. But what I think is so brilliant about this season is that we're coming. Our other store is coming into its own. So let me just share. Can I share?
Yeah. Well, yeah. James said he had a $3,400 weekend.
Oh yeah. So we had
Good for you, James.
That is
I'm happy.
That is totally awesome.
That's awesome.
Hold on.
I'd be super psyched if we had a weekend like that.
Well, we do. We have a weekend. We have had weekends like that, but we're having one right now. We had one, except we don't make that much money. But for us, for the number of items we have, yeah, we killed it. So here's what I think is really interesting and I want to share. So when I looked at our numbers from December 16th, 30 days. Is today the 16th? Yes. So our main store is now boutique antique. We're selling $1,000 items on there, $500 items, but like car grills and other things. And I'm not even following that because it's just stuff that sells itself and it just moves. Hard to package. A couple videos coming up on some packaging things, challenges from there, but it's not fun to talk about. These two new stores are the best things to talk about. So we have one store that is specifically Junk Drawer Empire, which is all of our stuff that isn't media.
I mean, I really sort of consider that our main store now because
it's our most busy. It's our most work.
You refer to the other one as main store because it was the first one.
Yes,
your original.
But even if the first one made more money because of the fact that we only sold a couple of items in it, this store takes all the effort. It's our main store, for all intents and purposes, because of the effort and time and attention it gets. Junk Drawer Empire. So anyway, last 30 days. And you would expect this, the 30-day month over month was up 25%. And selling costs were at 25.4%. So I think that those are important numbers. And then the quantity sold was up 57%. That is a huge increase in velocity for Q4 the last 31 days. Average sale price down 20%, 20.4% because we're paying 5% promoted listings and we're running sales to get that velocity going. So that's how that's working out. Now,
the average sale price, that actually takes into account your promoting.
Oh, it's across the board, averaging out your sales, but of course that would take into promoting just because it's coming out of your sales. So quantity sold. Oh, I already read that. 15 days. The 15-day result, which I think is way more interesting for a reason that will become clear, I think. So the fortnight over fortnight. So this last 2 weeks over the previous 2 weeks, quantity sold down 20.5%. So after.
Oh, weird.
After Black Friday, Monday, we had a kind of a doldrum, and then it started to pick up again. But there was a doldrum, and I saw Paige talking about it, and a lot of people saying that right now it seems to be slow. And in this store, we are experiencing that, a store of hard goods. Now, let us switch over to. Is there a sound effect?
Ian and Becca, aloha. Thanks for being here. It's going great. Hope it's going well for you.
Is there what kind of, we don't have like a swish sound to like go over to a thing. Oh well. Okay, so now on to the other, the media store. Now this is the interesting part. Media seems to be hot right now. Media. Everybody. Sorry. I got excited. Media.
He's like, what are you doing?
Media. Hey, folks, I'm saying media a lot. Was that enough? Media. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, Poke's done with media. Month over month for the media store, that's current up till today, up 46.6%. The past 31 days, month over month. This store started in June of this year, and the junk drawer that we just talked about, we changed it in June. So we don't have year-over-year numbers because we don't have them right now. We can smush our numbers together, but it won't exactly be accurate. So 33.9% selling cost because it's media. We are promoting that at 8%. It's a higher percentage on the promotion, so that's why the selling costs are higher. Quantity sold is up 54.59% over the past 31 days. Average sales prices down just 2.39%. I'm actually slowly raising the prices on the media store, still jamming out a higher percent promoted listing on every item, which is 8%, and running sales of 20%, which is that's how you do it. That's how you move it. And that's fine with them, totally fine. But we've only, with a quantity sold has gone up by 54%. The average sale price has only gone down by 2.39% with the sales and the promotions and everything. That's great. Here's the fun part. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I'm
Ladies
curious.
and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Do
eyes to the center stage. It is the 15-day by 15 day. Oh, hi, babe.
Oh,
You ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Look at that paw. What a good boy you
He's
are.
holding on. He's like, I'm ready, Dad. Lay it on me, he
He's like,
says.
don't fly away.
Okay, so 15-day total, boo. Are you serious?
Stop. You are such a sweet thing.
15-day, the past 2 weeks, over the previous 2 weeks, which is in that 31-day period, but it's proving that this most recent 2-week period, sales up 135.5%. So the past 2 weeks in media is just like out of control.
Yeah, James, I'm wondering, out of your 3,400 this past weekend, was a lot of it media?
Media is just like popping
I know,
off.
Record Crate, isn't he precious? Oh, yes, Pokey was like, I would bark, but I really can't muster the energy.
So on the 15-day, the selling costs are slightly higher by 3%. 33.9 was for the 31-day, and it's 36.5. And it's going to be about a third because we're promoting so high. I expect that from the media store. Plus, is it media charges a little bit more? I forget. And
oh, you mean the percentage that eBay takes?
Yes.
Yeah, I think media has a higher percentage.
And so for the 31-day period, we had a 54.59% increase in quantity sold, which we thought that's a lot. Pretty cool. But no, these last 2 weeks said, hold my beer, and came in at 118.5% uppening of quantity sold, which is awesome. And it did raise the average sale price, actually rose, because I said I'm increasing it by 1% every time I relist this, which is twice a week at this point. I'm increasing it by 1% and keeping the 20% off sale. Is a very convoluted way of doing it, but in my mind it makes sense. Has actually raised the average sale price by 6.8%. Anyway, that's the number bubble that I wanted to share. And
it's a little confusing when you're reporting on more than one store, but
okay, so
overall,
here's what's fun.
It's good.
Let's go look at the some of the things that we sold. See, cause I'm trying to be like a normal YouTube eBayer a little bit, so I want to show you some stuff that I sold. I want to be like Kevin with the big fingers, and he touches things. Look at this. I'm Kevin Commonwealth. Look at my fingers. I do want to do it like he has got a really good way of doing it. I'm not going to copy that. I'm just saying that he does show sales. Everybody seems to show sales but us. So look at some of the crap we sold. Thanks.
James was saying out of those sales, media sold was 1845.
It's like half of his sales. Am I right? I just yelled. Yeah, half of his sales.
Oh wait, my media sold, not counting international, was 1845.60.
That's like half of his sales is media. Is that normal? Half is for it to be half, and then the other half is hats.
Axe Monkey, when I was running dynamic on Cats Media, was flying at a ridiculous P&L.
So I'm thinking,
hey, Big Dre,
Big
aloha.
Dre, aloha.
Nice.
So I think that right now is a media sweet spot. We're only promoting at 8%, but something happened in it. Like 8% became. What 10% used to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
are you doing dynamic with a cap of 8%?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think 1% fake, or maybe 7 with 1% fake. I forget, to be honest with you, but something seemed to happen where it became more effective. That's what I'm trying to say. So the same, we're not changing the amount. I'm not messing with. I don't really mess with too much of the mechanics behind everything. Everything's sort of blanket, everything's sort of routine. I'm not changing things very much. And I feel like the 8% became more effective in the past 2 weeks. Or everyone's just buying media more, which I don't, it's cheap, gifty gifts. Maybe it is.
Well, like I was saying on our last show.
You remember our last show?
The 3.
Nice.
There was some article about the 3 top. 3, not necessarily money earners, but the top feedback.
Yes.
And it was 3 media stores. So we have a couple of
excuse me.
Ryan is having a really hard time with eBay. He is ready to just start all over. He said he's so broke. He might be selling socks.
Who's selling socks?
No, he's not. But Ryan.
Ryan?
Because of them taking down his cards. And Paul was saying that he is nowhere near getting close to restarting his eBay business.
Oh, Paul, you got to do it. You got to do it, Paul.
He said since he lost all his listings, he's not sure he can face starting over, to be honest. Paul,
just start.
Paul, you can do it. Start small and just work your way up.
Yeah, I would start.
You did in the very beginning.
Yes, and if I had to do it again, I would look for a couple of cherries to get my feelings good about the thing, get a couple of dollars rolling in, and then all of a sudden let that motivate you. Start
with maybe 5 of your higher items a day.
Sell your Tron before it breaks. And then you got to pay $500 to have it fixed. Damn Tron. It's got the sandwich boards and it's got all those interconnectors. That's where it fails.
John is saying, just do it, Paul. Like Nike
says. Just do it.
We know you can do it. You can do it.
Seriously. I mean, you've already done it, so we know you can do it. But
you're a very strong person. You've
I totally
been through
get
a
that.
lot. You can do it.
I totally get how it can just feel so overwhelming when you're starting at zero. My secret special way of looking at starting at zero is always I guess it's the lame clean slate thought process where, well, I had some, like there was some problems in the old way. The old system had problems. Now we've just nuked the whole thing. So now I can rebuild it knowing what the problems used to be and avoid the problems. You can avoid all the pitfalls. Well, you can avoid some of them at least.
Or even like Bearded Picker, he does $1 amount a day. But if you're restarting pretty much from scratch, I think customers like to see more than, just like 1 or 2 items that someone's offering. It gives them, more confidence.
Major Win is here for 9
yes,
months.
You can do it, Paul. Major Win
9.
is saying you can do it, Paul.
Did I hear a 9er in there?
Oh,
yes.
he jumped out of a meeting to tell you that, Paul. And it's true. We know you are able to do it. You're going to be able to do it.
Paul, and someday you too can make a Nintendo Vision, your own Nintendo Vision project. I mean, I'm really proud of that. So
I would start with 5 items and then minimum 1 expensive item a day after that until you're feeling like you're getting into a groove.
You got to get the cash flow because that cash flow, like, I don't know, cures all. It cures all.
AJ,
Major Win is in here with a gift membership. Thank you, AJ13.
He said this one's for you, Paul. He gifted a membership and it went to AJ13. I don't think that's a 1.
AJL.
AJL3.
No, I think we asked a long time ago.
I'm
it was
sorry,
AJ13.
I can't remember.
I can't either. I'm just making up the answer. I'm like AI. I'm just making up answers, just like making summations and stuff. I'm tripping on the summations that it gives at me on my notifications on my lock screen on my phone. But underdog of the day for Paul Rose.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Major Win.
Yeah, that's really
in honor
sweet.
of Paul Rose. Paul's gonna do it. He's gonna get. Josh Gall is here. I deleted 3,000 items in January. It was a tough pill to swallow. Throw on some Maiden and just crank it out. And again, get a couple of little juicy nuggets in there. Get some flow.
And Ryan.
And get yourself some extra pies.
And Ryan
extra
too.
mince pies.
You're
back to Ryan.
You
Sorry,
are
I did get
very. I feel you're very resourceful. You have youth on your side
now,
too.
Here's the thing. You have youth on your side. Ryan, did you have you tried other platforms? So the question is.
He did. He was doing Etsy, but he's doing digital stuff, right?
But what about doing the same thing on eBay, but on other platforms? On another platform, on other platforms. That was a question I had because what immediately came to mind is, holy crap, he had all his eggs in the one basket. Can we expand the basket? Because eBay said no. Like, what would any of us do if eBay said no to us? We'd have to maybe attempt a different platform. That'd be the first thing. Maybe fight eBay a little bit. But then I think
Zero hits you through some cards on Etsy.
Because your customer base is not on Etsy.
They're not. Maybe. I don't think so, no. Ina Steiner has an article, and it was talking about eBay with international sellers, and they were saying like a couple of them, like I think from India, and they were saying I think they sell.
Nope.
They sell trading cards.
It has nothing to do with us.
No, nothing to do with us. But
so I don't recognize. I don't recognize the floor. I reclaim your time.
But anyhow, eBay is courting
them as sellers.
Just international. They need the business. They're losing money, so they're just like, bring it on to eBay, everyone. And Big Dre was saying maybe you should hire a virtual assistant to get back on track. AO was saying you can do it. The Rob Schneider
I don't,
quote.
I don't recommend when you're starting, even though you're as experienced as Paul is, that when you start, you want to keep those expenses hello zero. Hella zero, I call that. That's my accounting method, Josh, is hella zero. I try to do everything. Well, when you start, you try to do everything zero as possible. I was looking around our house and going, we haven't really enjoyed our house for a while, and because it's filled with crap for the past 4 years, and I'm like, at some point, I'm gonna make the determination that we have to get the crap out of the house. But so far, even though we've had the Mises to pieces, I still am like, I got to keep the expenses low because we're sort of still in like sort of I don't know what's gonna happen mode about the whole world and mostly eBay.
Ryan, Axe Monkey is selling a lot of trading cards on Mercari, and her profit is 2 times eBay.
Who did that?
Axe Monkey.
What?
Ryan, get on Mercari.
Come on.
Hey, Mike. Good afternoon. Busy time of year. Wow, Pat,
super
68
busy.
packages.
Wait, let's look at our stuff.
Friday,
I want to look at our stuff.
Which is a lot for me. Best week of sales
Boing.
ever recorded. $8,550.
Yes. We made $1 million, but we're not sharing our numbers. Thank you. So check this out, though. This is what's been selling. Remember, I went through all the numbers. Shall I go through them again? No. Our junk drawer empire, where it has slowed down in the past 2 weeks from a 30 days was pretty high, was up 25%, but the past 2 weeks is down 20%. So, but this is the kind of stuff we've been selling in there. I just want to share the stuff we sell.
Hey, Joe's Rare Finds.
Look at this.
You
Nintendo
guys,
empty
look at
Nintendo
this.
box.
An empty box, $96.
The kids know this, I'm sure. That stuff is worth that. But a Game Boy Color box is a yellow one.
We just have bins full of video games, and I pulled out one of the bins because I was like, oh, let's get this stuff up.
Still has a Walmart tag on it.
And I'm like, I look on eBay, and I was like, hey, looks like we could sell the empty box, which he already knew, of course.
I knew. I messed it up. I got to go back. Oh, no. I have to not dox myself. I have to go big. Then I have to go here. Then I have to sing this here. Okay.
And I did not know it sold. He was getting, screens ready for the show, and I was like, what the heck? We sold it?
Yeah, oh, good point. It was up for a day. And I had it up for $96, and I think I took $75.
Oh, okay.
But for me, $75 for a zero interest box, like what? So, and then that's sort of my trick for reselling too, is you have to buy really cheaply. You have to buy inexpensively. This is also a good listen to me talk. This is like full professor style. Okay, buy inexpensively, buy the best quality stuff. Don't just buy stuff because don't buy Teddy Ruxpin out of the box, all scrumplumpled, and all talking backwards and stuff. Don't get that. Spend a little bit more and get the Teddy Ruxpin in the box, and then sell that. I mean, that's my theory.
What is that point? I don't understand what.
So people often buy stuff, and they buy something because it's a good seller, but they don't consider condition. Most people, not everybody on here sells collectibles where condition matters, but always buy the best condition collectible you can, as opposed to buying a bunch of crappy condition collectibles. Spend the money on a couple of good condition collectibles. You'll get more money in the long run. Thank you. Genius.
That does not deserve a pat on the shoulder.
I didn't even ask for one. I didn't. Wait, what am I doing right now? Okay, I logged in right.
Candia was saying, after looking for a pokey winter sweater and then seeing a Burberry possibility on Posh for $250,000, I'm rethinking my product mix. Seems legit, likely a goof, not a chi-chi, but a cute bug. Oh. See,
this is kind of like what we've been selling a lot of. Like $5. It's not. I mean, I'm okay because this is a video head cleaner. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? But this was at $18 once, and it's now down to $5.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you want to go click on it? No,
I don't, because it messes me.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll do it. I'm logged in here.
Don't bother.
I'm logged in.
Well, and look at that, has baby. This $11.99 price from. Yeah. What is that?
It's amazing. The cheapest guy in town.
James was saying he also leaves those tags on older and vintage items. To anyone who does not know, never take them off.
Yeah, it's
People
good.
love that crap.
Look at this. This has got Walmart $69.96. What's that mean? That seems a little pervy, Walmart. I think that. Oh, look at the uranium glass. Holy cannoli with the uranium glass. I think we're Biff. I haven't seen. Well, Biff did comment earlier.
Yeah, he's on the road.
Oh, right. The uranium glass test was off the charts. So I think we're over $300 for the $10 investment, possibly more, because I didn't even know we still had some stuff and it just sold.
We only have 2 more pieces, and that is it. I cannot believe that
uranium glass flies off. So we got it. We got 30 pieces roughly for $10. Probably not going to get that kind of a thing. But if you look at the prices, $28 for these 2 things where the gold is kind of rubbed off. Not perfect. You can sell sort of chipped stuff. Has to be fairly intact. But if it has a couple rough spots or chipped, I mean, this stuff is, I got to say, the uranium glass is garbage. I mean, it's really crap quality.
And we were lucky enough to have one of those, a little blacklight thing back from like when we first met.
We got black lights.
Yeah.
It had like paint on it from when we were painting walls because we were all like raved out. Revo sunglasses. That was a good sell, right?
Those are the ones that we got at our favorite thrift store.
That was this year thrift. We actually...
along with another pair of vintage, very early 90s, late 80s sunglasses.
Like titanium ones.
I might keep those, actually.
That's fine. You can shop our stuff. But what I thought was, this is like a purchase we made this summer. $25 from the store. So you can do
They knew what they had.
They knew what they had. Well, they do know what they have. It's the best thrift store in town, and they actually put them in a case.
And these glasses are in like perfect condition.
But I think that's a success story in that we are fracking the horde, where we just pull from our death pile. We had a $15 and a $900 Halloween mask. We had, things like this give me hope that I can go out in the world and make a living like once our pile disappears.
And
which won't be for like 10 years.
That's like what you were talking about on the Reseller Locker Room podcast.
Yeah.
Is how we're constantly fracking our own hoard, but you need to a little burst of energy by going out and just getting involved and seeing other
because not buying
resellers, and it just sort
the
of
death of a reseller
gives you a little.
If you ain't buying, you're dying. That's even a saying.
Coins, the bloop bloops, like the Mario, you get the little 1-ups.
You need a 1-up.
They are.
I don't know where it is.
And guys, I think Axe Monkey was saying she was selling parts off from an old fridge at one point, but we also
we got hundreds of dollars for the parts off our old fridge. Which was pretty cool.
Just so ridiculous.
Pretty. So I guess the sale of the week is going to be this bag, the Cabrelli shoulder bag. That's just sitting in the closet. Like this.
He's been wanting me to get it up on eBay forever, and I'm just like
$37.
And I was like, actually, it might be a good Christmas gift.
It's just free money sitting there. Check out these glasses. If you guys know this is not like these are generic, or they might not be generic, but they're a style. And First Dibs is a good thing if you're really looking at high-end stuff.
You go on First Dibs, and these are like over $1,000.
Yeah, but we got $186.30 for them, and they're 22 karat gold. They're really from like 1960, but late 50s, early 60s, I guess. And people love these things, and these are.
You remember when we mentioned last week how we like went into our little credenza and we pulled out Cutco knives and sold those for how much?
Like $300.
These were also in our credenza, just stuff we aren't using.
We estate sailed ourselves.
We're getting old. Let's start dumping our stuff.
That's true. And then the Nikon camera sold for $77, not even on sale. How did that happen? I don't even know how that happened. These old train cars, because they're really nice, they sold for some good money. Another uranium, like these.
That is a little tiny 8-inch plate.
It's an 8-inch plate for $14.40. I
thought when I went down in the basement, to pull it up, it was going to be a big tray, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I love it when that happens. The board game that we put up last week, we were like, let's test that because we have hundreds of board games. I think last Wednesday or Monday we talked about board games. That one sold.
Yeah, that person got it. Was very happy.
They're gonna play it for Christmas.
I love that. That's so
this
cute.
person left us super glowing. Glow.
You know, looking at that is so beautiful compared to the other ones that are on eBay.
Yes. So that was my point. Was try to buy high quality stuff. This is high quality stuff, like nice condition. So buy like 7s or above. Don't buy, but sometimes there's reasons to buy crappier stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to answer all questions.
So reader, ripey.
Do you want to look at the other one?
Oh wait, what?
Reber Ripey?
Well, hi, we've welcome, aloha. They're saying if you giving Jay Ride advice, you should give credit. Oh. He's doing 2 million.
Who says that? I did give Jay Ride advice eBay, for shaking my brain loose and just sell-through rate. So sell-through rate does apply to people who sell collectibles. I was not considering that, and he said it so many times in, quite frankly, a lot of different ways that really annoyed me, that it finally got through. And I do actually credit him for that. Thank you very much, Jay Ride. I would love to talk to him sometime and let him know that. Other things about his channel and the way he does things are not necessarily the way I would do them, but I 100% credit him for getting through my thick skull that sell-through rate was the new thing, and you better be onto it. Figure it out. He didn't really give me a roadmap how to do that. I figured that out, but he was the one that got through. So thank you. However, I would have to see. I'd have to see I'd have to see the books on the 2 million.
If that is actually true, that's outstanding and good on him.
And I have no reason to. I have no reason to believe you, but I have no reason to disbelieve that he's capable of doing that. So.
Yeah, I would think you would need a whole staff to do 2 million. Wonder what
Absolute Finds can't find uranium glass. We find it around here, and it's like $40 for a tiny plate. Like, it's overpriced. So the fact that we found it for cheap, that might have been our. I never would buy it for $40 because I've never tested the market. So now for $10, we bought so much awesome stuff that we know something about it.
So this woman, her whole garage is filled with vintage glassware of all types. Pottery, uranium glass, just China, just
so much.
Everything you could possibly think of. She said she just had like this. What did she say? She was a spendaholic or something?
No, she did sort of tinkered with reselling, but she was a real person, a serious person with a serious job, and she gave herself therapy, retail therapy.
Oh, okay.
So she bought stuff that was really cool 50s stuff and like
she
pink
had
poodles
so much stuff. Man, people were going nuts at her sale.
But people were passing up the stuff, and we've identified a couple of pickers, and they're all young. They're like in their 20s, and we're just like,
I remember at that party at the pace of a turtle, and they're like,
yeah, that's got to change. But remember when I took like this really cool leather crocheted purse?
Yeah.
And I dropped it we weren't gonna buy it, and I was just like, watch this. And I'm like playing. I should be playing games.
Ooh, you're that movie Heretic.
Oh yeah, it's totally Heretic.
You are in
and I went over,
you're controlling someone.
And I put the bag by her, and then
a second later she's all like,
she grabs
and puts it in her pile.
I just thought that was fun. But also the fact that everyone was passing up the uranium glass. Everyone was passing up the crab bowls that are worth like $200. Everybody was passing. They were going for like the obvious stuff, and I guess uranium glass is not obvious yet to our locals.
I don't know. It is.
I know. So
Ava's mom is always
but
collected.
You saw the auction people were there. From our main auction, Linus was there.
Yeah,
others people were there. Like the pickers of the town were there.
I started,
and I just picked.
I was poo-pooing
$700 worth of crap.
When you, I was like,
for $30.
Oh man, I was like, I don't want that. And you're like,
that's right.
Let's try it.
You're also.
I know you're good. Annoying. You're good.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's face it, I'm the best.
Aloha.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Major Win is saying to Josh, they've been loving the live, so grateful for them.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for thanking us for Josh's lives. Yes, Josh, by the way, loving the randomness of it. Yes, enjoying it. And I'm liking the from the antique warehouse. It's a good it's a good short strategy, I think. And plus, you know, I know we have to figure out something to do else than just 2 lives a week. We've got to figure out how to share more of our stuff too. So we're watching everybody, and we're gonna probably steal your bite your rhyme as soon as we find something good. Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh,
What happened? Are we reading?
Win.
We're actually reading some of the words.
Josh was just saying thank you to Major Win. I need to figure out the microphone situation. And Major Win said that is why we stopped making videos. We were running into audio issues and we just got tired and never picked it up again.
Who said that?
Major Win, Doug and Rowe.
Oh,
Heck,
you guys. Talk to.
Oh man,
I can give you
miss
some.
You guys so much.
Yeah. So the audio, first of all, you have to, if you don't want any audio problems, which I absolutely did not want, and because I am a professionally trained yapper DJ type person, this is the microphone that I always used from college on, was the RE22. RE22? RE20, sorry. Electro Voice EV RE20. So it's about like a $400 mic, and you've got to start with that. And then once you get a really good mic, this is not for everybody, but if you want to be a gearhead, you got a gearhead. Beard is here. No, and I'm not. Nobody has to go out and spend that kind of money. But if you want to be primo at it, then you do have to go spend that much. About $1,000 for a mixer, which will help power the microphones and a lot of the noises that I have. Then they all get exported as a single microphone to your mixing board on your computer. It works. It's the only way to really control your audio. People put time into their video, but sometimes forget the audio. And in some cases, audio works just fine. I'm always amazed when I just absolutely go live just from the phone, how good the audio sounds in our car. It's amazing.
The video though was glitchy.
The video sucked, but the audio was fine. And so if you're having audio problems, you just have to spend $1,000 to fix it.
Oh, but not really.
You can pay less than that.
Doug and Rowe were saying, we watch any of the videos you make when you go anywhere. It's like we're hanging out with you. I wish we could be hanging out in real life with you.
Seriously.
Beard was saying it's part of the. Beard was saying my audio and video work great. My brain, not so much.
I see Josh needs to sort out his thing. The only person who seems to be actually sorting stuff out is John. John is like he's dug deep into the OBS studio. John, one thing is I'm not using OBS Studio. We've always been using Streamlabs Desktop, which is the same thing as OBS Studio, but different. So Streamlabs is like maybe... So OBS Studio is open source. You don't have to pay for it. But then either Streamlabs is... I forget which one is the open source, Streamlabs or OBS Studio. But anyway, they're the same software, but one of them has sort of a different overlay. And maybe I'm using the wrong one. Because John has it figured out.
Todd, I messed up my audio and started talking out my ass.
That's the problem.
Paul says, yeah, Todd, I've been doing a permanent handstand myself for years now. Hey, Don Flippin, we got plenty of snow last night. Ooh.
We love snow. Our snow...
I wish we had...
Our snow level's 0 right
Yeah. Now. And Ian and Becca Fines earlier... about half an hour ago, they were asking how often do you guys source. I think we sort of maybe just randomly happened to mention how we pretty much just frack our own hoard, but it's invigorating to go out every so often. We don't even do it once a week, go out to stores and stuff.
No. But we can go to our piles and pull out
Stuff that we forgot about.
Games, vintage computers, gaming systems.
Swamp Picker, aloha.
You know, all kinds of crap. Aloha. Aloha Swamp Picker! Overlays are simply JPEG files in your background and logo, so it's easy to set up once you have the Hangout. Still waiting on that email. Oh yes, I'm going to. We were doing stuff this weekend, but I will give you an email to figure out how to do that. It's so frustrating, and I did try to do it again, and then it's like, no, you can't.
And Axe Monkey was admiring Josh for his passion over his niche.
Hey yo.
And
who? What? Josh.
Axe Monkey, the comment went away. Oh no. Well, she was admiring his passion for his niche. And
Josh for his pictures.
And well, just everything he sells.
For his little pictures. Josh and his little pictures.
And I have to say, so wait, we were watching.
I also love the fact that Josh.
We did catch a little bit of Josh and
is
John.
Now an antique dealer. You know, he didn't start as an antique dealer. In fact, it's kind of a more recent thing where he figured out it's way more fun just to sit and shoot the sheep with the old men and, you know, talk about crap and sell less items for more money. It doesn't always work that way, but it's fun. I have been doing this for 20 years, Josh, like talking to the old guys. In fact, they're all dead. Like I outlasted, like I'm the old guy. I'm the old guy now.
I know. That
Seriously.
is scary.
It's kind of a weird thing.
Really scary. But as I was saying, we did catch a little bit of John and Josh last night. And they were talking about how it is very obvious that Josh just loves.
Yes.
And it has so much passion about what he's selling.
He's finding.
And like he did a video saying, you know, find your lane. And John was complimenting him.
Laughing the fast
and then
lane.
John, I think, said something about he doesn't really have anything that he's proud of for selling. And I was like, no.
That's ridiculous. Come on.
And he's mentioned how he would like to find a niche, but he's not certain. Like finding a source that would be
besides feeling
there.
Sorry for John.
But John.
No,
John, we are proud of you.
Yeah,
for
totally.
One thing,
You've done a great job.
You do.
Not only that, John, but check this out. Here's something that I thought about. I'm like, you know what's going on here is that eBay is not. You might have to have more than one niche. Now let's say for a moment that you've got your pallet business. And on top of that, you layer in a collectibles business or antiques business. I'm not saying that's fast. I'm not saying, but you're almost maybe going to do it because you're going to focus on your second store. I totally, we watch you all the time. So I know what's going on here. And what you do is, like, if sales are slow, I just told you all my numbers. I'm up in the second week of December, 156 in media. So what you need is a media store to fill in the blanks. And then you need a pallet store that operates so well at this time of year. And then you need this type of store so you fill in that part of the year. You know what I'm saying? Does that sound like something we all want to do? Not really. But
I know. I was thinking that too. Like I know they have 2 stores already. If he started a third one with sports gear, and I know he loves golfing, and just slowly build that up.
Work with some stores. It's not really a big investment.
His main stores, so he doesn't need to worry about not having
the biggest
ton of
investment
at the beginning.
Is what you always comment on is 3 stores, if you're doing them right, require either 10 items a day each or $500 a day each. Like, because you if you're really taking care of your store, you're feeding it. That means that now you've got 30 items to do instead of 10. This is the only drawback of multiple stores that we can ultimately find.
Do you mind making that
I do.
Current?
You want to go current?
Yeah, that is the one drawback is right.
But is that really a drawback? Because if you want to build up your business, then you want to get that velocity. I mean, I shipped out 30 things today. I still have some things to ship. Like those glasses. That's a pain in the ass.
John says, don't feel sorry for me, LOL. What I sell contributes too much too much of nothing. What Josh does has more impact.
It does, but you're feeding your family and the casinos and the golf courses. And also, it doesn't matter. The whole point is that maybe Josh needs to insert a pallet into his jam too to even out the things, like a separate business. I mean, nothing wrong with that. That's my point, is that we all might have to do a little bit of things. So, and I'm not sure, I even think that possibly Commonwealth Picker might have said that at some point, where he might think that he might add a little pallet biz to his angle. I don't know. I'm just saying that if I was to figure out what we could do to make our, I think we've reached perfection as far as what I expected and what we're getting and what I wanted and all that. I think we're there. I think we are there. Am I right?
Oh, Don Flippin was saying you should do a Christmas trivia game.
Who's Santa? Me. Thank you. I win.
Dentapor sold a Yamaha receiver for $165.
Yes.
Everyone's like,
yes,
where is lag? Todd, how bad? Paul's saying, Todd, how bad were the lurgies he gave you?
Wow.
Major Win said, lag is out flying drones in Jersey. Good one.
He's got 37 drones all to himself.
What's a lurgy? Silverhair Stacker is asking.
Allergy. You know.
Germs, a cold, nothing fatal. Candy O was saying, thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but my friends keep reminding me that I have a perfect face for radio. Video, not so much. Have you seen Silverhair Stacker's show?
He doesn't even have a face.
No, he only has hands.
He doesn't even have a body.
We don't ever get to see his face.
Just hands. He's like from the thing from Addams Family.
He has a very calming voice. So his voice is very easy to listen to.
He's from Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's got a lot of qualities.
So you don't have to show your face, but
Josh is done
I'm guessing your
with
friends
the
are
hard
just
goods.
pulling your leg.
Yeah, I understand why you're saying that, Josh. But the thing is that you're going to come across opportunities from time to time, and you will absolutely 100% go back on your own words. Thank you. There will come a time you'll have to. Somebody's going to pull up a giant dump truck full of, Chinese antiques and dump them off. Now, here's the thing, Josh. Check this out. If you have Chinese antiques, and by the way, I have dealt with them. In fact, I sold a 1,200-year-old altar to somebody right down the street here. But what was my point? I lost track. Oh, yes. So back about, you know how those antiques used to be worth a lot of money back in the 80s, right? So, but in the 2000s, 2010s even, if you took them to Palo Alto, if you took them to a place, the Chinese antiques, where there's a lot of Chinese people, imagine that, who are rich because they work for tech companies. There is a couple of stores there where you can get $10,000 for an item you can't get $400 for anywhere else. It's about moving those items to a venue that will sell them. Thank you. Genius.
Doug and Rowe was saying, everybody poops, John, and most prefer to sit. Yes, people got to live and they need stuff for it.
That's right. I just wish it flushed, too. Because that's like, how do you get the poop out? Once you poop in the shower, crapper.
And Paul was saying
then what?
To John, people are
how
saving
does the poop
money.
get out of there?
People are saving money in the main by
Or wear a
buying
glove.
from you. You are providing a valuable service as well as making a living.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention contributing to the economy of the United States, which always is better when someone contributes as opposed to, what's the word for detribute? Is that a word? No, it's not. But you should always try to make more money than you spend. I don't know anybody that does that. Nobody in this room anyway. Thank you. Todd has a face for a plastic surgeon. You're so rude.
Beard.
It's funny though. I had to laugh. I stopped laughing. Very serious.
Yeah.
Don the auction professor is what's Major Win? Josh, you are on course to be the ephemera expert. Josh says Don the auction professor is pretty strong. A guy named Mark Drock is the best I have ever seen. Yeah, that is a place where I guess there's a lot of room in that ephemera world. Our friends and colleagues here, Curious Collection, I think a great portion of their inventory is ephemera. Mm-hmm. And in fact, there's some, I think Biff sells ephemera, right? My mic.
Curious Collection, though, didn't they do something with their ephemera?
They cleaned it up.
Okay.
But they didn't get rid of it.
And Josh was saying that John has a clean and solid business. He gets good liquidation. Yes. His business is top notch.
Yep.
And that's
it.
That's the sense.
And the only thing I would still say, if there was room for any sort of thing, he might shoehorn in. Maybe it's not collectibles. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold me down to the genre, to the niche that I am suggesting. But whether it's golf gear but does that sell during Christmas? I'm saying fill in the blanks. We know that John's historically, the pallet sales go down in Q4, while some things shoot to the moon in Q4. It might be interesting to investigate the things that shoot to the moon, and can you deal with those? Can you deal with those? Thank you. Because that's what we're gonna do. I would like to add some sort of replenishable item. I would like to investigate replenishable items in 2025. Does that mean I make my own items? I mean, I've made merch before. Do I try it that way? Do we, what am I saying? I don't even know. But it would be cool to have some sort of business that wasn't just collectibles so that we could shore it up against changes and things.
Mike was saying, man, I wish I would have bought a ton of Nintendo old school games back in the early 2000s. Collecting NES 8-bit games was how I got into buying and selling on eBay. I was 7 games shy. Whoa. And then he's saying, still have the majority of my collection today. If I sold it off, I would make tons of money. Yes, you would.
What's Josh saying? Shreve and Company. Yeah, Shreve and Company was buying in San Francisco. Heritage had an office near where the Brave Warrior building. I don't know what that means, but I do know Shreve and Company. And Stephen Matthew David, top of the hill, Daly City, was...
Stephen Matthew David? They sound like a law firm.
Nope, they're a usury electronics dealer that would give you credit from ITT Financial that actually came to my house and knocked on my door when I didn't make a payment in 1987. I just turned 18. It was my first credit, and I got a $400 Sony CD player on credit there. And that's right, that's how the story went. I paid that off, but then they offered me, like, in the mail, they were like I think a check came in the mail, and I don't remember if you could cash it, but it said $2,500 on it, and it was like, we'll give you this money. Maybe it was like an actual check. I don't remember. I had to go there and sign some papers, but it was some sort of a loan.
Oh boy!
And that's the thing I didn't pay off entirely, and they came to my house, but I did use it to go to Buffalo, New York.
Wow!
In the late 80s, so I saw Buffalo in the late 80s.
Places.
I miss a payment, and there's like a little Filipino guy at my door just banging on the door like, pay us. Where's my $2? ITT Financial. That's right. Guess what? Never had a late bill again because that guy scared me. Thank you.
John was telling Josh that he appreciates the comment about
him being awesome.
Being top notch.
I mean,
but
he's
John's hard on himself. And he's like, it's not where it could be, and I am focused on meeting those goals. One day I'll agree with that statement.
Dude, you have goals.
Goals are good.
That's half the battle. Trying to do something and then executing towards it is like... I'm
impressed with what he and Jenna have.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's definitely... It's impressive because it's completely different than what we do.
Yeah,
and it shows you all the different opportunities and options.
That's what I like, is how... we're all, doing different things. Sometimes we are, similar in certain areas, but it's really neat just to see all these different types of eBay businesses.
Okay, so wait.
How they do.
Shreve and Company. I like that. I like remembering that.
Basket Noodles was saying, yep, I had some lenticular movie posters. Ooh.
Who does?
Basket Nudes.
Paula, what do you have? Tell me something. Give me some stuff.
Basket Noodle.
I know. I just remember Paul must have good stuff.
Yeah, maybe that's what he was. That at eBay, so meh, out in Hollywood, bang, big money.
Mike Curtis, I did buy all the Nintendo games back then. I have hundreds and hundreds of games still. Mostly Atari, though. No, we sold most of those.
And Doug says it well. And I don't want to make John uncomfortable by constantly talking about him, but
Let's make him uncomfortable.
Doug says it
through
well.
the power of the internet.
And he says to John, you are a great example of someone that sees a need and meets it.
Yeah.
Being unbiased towards the goods, but focused on answering the needs is a lesson for all of us.
Absolutely agree with that. And I think that's a really a good way to frame what John does for us in the community and sharing his journey. Certainly helps us, again, see the possibilities when it's not what we do. James is another person that does equal. I mean, boy, oh boy, if you two guys weren't there, if we couldn't watch all the people that we watch, we would, well, there's like, I won't name names, but there's a couple people that wouldn't necessarily make a difference if we didn't watch them. But through the past year, if we didn't have these people, some of these people here, I don't know, what would we do without Josh, John, James, Jeff? I'm trying to think of all the J's. I mean, Motorcycle Dork was sharing his thing. He's not here, but he had to go back to work. Sorry, Beard, but you don't have a J name. I was only doing J's.
Oh, I see. Okay. But yeah, there's we have our regulars that we watch, and it's nice having them on when we're working. And I think that's what a lot of people.
But if they weren't sharing,
nice having
I'm just saying if they weren't sharing their journey.
I know
there would be a lot of people be screwed.
So much from people just hearing how they're handling things or what they've experienced. And James and Josh are sort of like the guinea pigs for us all sometimes and try things.
Yeah, John. So
what was Ryan? I swear, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. It's like I'm cursed. Yeah, how is this gonna turn around? Because you were like killing it. You know,
J Ride does start with a J. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, if J Ride just had not had that first video that turned us all into psychopaths, where he said that old people don't switch up their insurance, and that's why we're all failing on eBay, is because we get set in our ways. But guess what? He ended up being right. Oh, it's so painful. It hurts. This is the big one.
Yeah, well, or it's harder to recognize, like, right, the need to change or adapt or whatever. But the other thing, too...
Jevin the Jamin Wealth Picker.
That's so funny. The other thing, too, though, is I feel eBay was treating the long-time sellers differently than newer ones.
Yeah, they hated us.
And we were seeing that
they ended up hating us.
Differences between our 20-plus-year-old account and our newer account.
And most of us don't want to admit it, but the bottom line was you get jack crack for being a long-time seller, except lip service when you call in. And in fact, a new store might give you might be a better option than your old one. I mean, I'm still absolutely convinced that our old store does not perform the way it should. And when we split it up into new stores, they're way outperforming. Again, it's different stuff.
Thanks, Major Win. Major Win was saying this show is the green room for so many shows by allowing us to all be ourselves and chat it out without us having to be on stage. It's so relaxed and fun. Thank you.
Bam!
I'm glad that you feel that
way. Yeah, so I think what we've been thinking about is adding in more edited videos, but not necessarily edited, just more pre-recorded. It doesn't have to be super edited, but in order for us to be able to get anything accomplished in 2025, but we also want to be able to share more things in a more lesser way,
I think after the holiday season,
it'll all become clear.
Yeah, but I think that ADHD comes into play quite a bit. That's why
Squirrel? What?
live shows are easy because it's just you can go on and you don't have to put a lot of thought into editing and blah 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 blah
It
blah.
still ruins my day, but it's less ruining than editing
a video
for 14 hours straight.
As I'm like, can you just like do what James does? He does a quick edit. He's just being himself, doing work or whatever. He's not adding in music and smash cuts and text and blah 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 blah. I'm like, just do something that feels like it's alive, but it's slightly edited. But it's
that's right. More like James, kind of a little bit Jamesy.
Mm-hmm.
But with movement, like showing stuff, like more movement.
Mm-hmm. Mike, I regret collecting coins versus video games.
You need to unload your proof sets.
Basket Noodle was the right part owner of a video game store. Man, there must have been a ton of money in there.
I've had so much in my time, and I've always I don't know how many times I've sold my collection of Nintendo games throughout the past 25 years. I've sold like Nintendo games in the box for a whole bunch of money. Then I went and bought more at a garage sale for nothing, and then sold a whole bunch more. Finally, when we started selling things in 2019, all that stuff is not replenishable as much anymore.
Peeping time.
I don't know. Peeping
time. Seriously, WWJD, what would James do? Paul Rose.
What would Jays do?
Yeah,
anybody with
right.
a J name.
What would all the J's do? Paul went for a leak and forgot he put out a motion-activated Medusa head that moves, lights up, and talks in the hallway this afternoon. Scared the crap out of him. You are hilarious, and I am not at all surprised that you have a Medusa head that moves and lights up and talks.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And by the way, you can't make any money on YouTube either.
YouTube Live is the worst way to grow
unless
an audience.
Major Win gives you a $10.
We know that, but
thank you.
We almost feel this is less time consuming for us at this time than doing edited stuff. But yeah.
But I don't think I'm not sharing the amount of crapulence I want to be sharing. And the boring tell, I want to give you like superstar
and it is
boring
more
tell.
Fun. Like I remember when we did that quick like several Mondays ago where we were like, oh my god, we can't do a show today, but then we ended up doing a live from the car, and people that watched, and thank you, were saying it was fun to see us in a different environment. And I absolutely agree. And I remember when Jeff Hayfroze sells, when he was like walking around Vancouver talking about sales and stuff. It was really fun, like seeing.
Love it to see where people.
And he was just showing the scenery. He didn't even have the camera on himself. He was just talking.
Love to see, see people's lives. It's fun.
Yeah. Joe's Rare Finds was saying, I sold my Pokemon cards when I was 13. How long ago? Was that?
Look at Major Wins.
What?
Comment. Does anybody need a break from eBay?
Yeah, does anyone else need a psychological break from eBay? Maybe there could be a Friday Polynesian-based entertainment
Friday show. I don't know. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, guess what? There is probably.
We do have a version of that
Something's
coming up, but we are prepping. We've been prepping for it.
For weeks, actually. It's crazy.
Because, yeah.
It's
well, trying to do the eBay, especially during the holiday season, and
it's been very busy.
Do a prep for us to be able to start
doing
super
old.
This new tiki themed.
We need to nap a lot, and we have to watch movies.
Yes, Paul, you were tiki teased a few weeks ago. Sorry.
We know
you know us well.
Okay, just so you're not tiki teased, it's coming. It's coming. One thing that we want. Okay, you want to hear some other from the disappointment room and the room of broken promises. We were gonna have some merch up this year, but we just couldn't get it done. And so, I'm gonna try merch next year. We're gonna try some maybe some edited videos. Oh my gosh, there's a leg just came up.
Oh my gosh, Pokey is being absolutely adorable.
Do you see these legs here?
We grind our teeth a lot. We both wear night
can you
guards.
move that glass so people can see?
So Absolute Finds is asking a question. We like it when people ask questions about eBay and stuff and reselling.
Yes, I will tell you.
Do you think it's possible to be a successful full-time reseller without any connections?
Yeah. I mean,
I think it might be a little
if
harder,
you're 20,
a little more difficult.
Or in Josh's case, 40 something. He's got a lot of energy. If you have the energy to go out and hustle, you're going to start with a hustle. So it really depends on, without those connections, you're going to be running the poop loop, every single thrift store, every single day until you build up an inventory. And by that time, you'll start meeting people.
And
because people are going to wonder why you just bought the thing they wanted. And eventually you become these adversarial friend kind of people. And when you're on the street, it's an adversarial friend kind of people. When you meet the old antique dealers, they're looking at you as the cash cow, so they're your friends. I think the pickers.
I think too is what makes it a lot easier is having at least one or two connections, and then going out and sourcing yourself as well.
Also getting from that. So if you're just doing a half hour from your house, try 2, 3, 4 hours. I mean, I don't know where Ryan seems to be in the middle of just cows, but I mean, if you're in Vermont, 3.5 hours, I'm in Boston, so that's industrial. There's a whole bunch of towns in between. So whether I'm looking for barn antiques. Josh was talking about today. So Josh, this took me back. It's crazy. It took me back 10, 15 years when I used to pick up what we called I'm sorry if this is not PC anymore, 36. But the Eskimo tennis rackets is what we called snowshoes. And the Eskimo tennis rackets, I mean, I had dozens of pairs of those and sold them all. But this time of year is when they went. But then that market dried up to zippity nothing. And now it's really cool to hear Josh say he's selling we can call them Inuit tennis rackets at this point. But, what was he saying? I can't remember the other things that he was talking about, but each thing was just hitting the mark. I'm like, yes, I used to sell those things because I'm in Vermont, which is where these things are born. Am I right? Thank you.
Yes. Joe's Rare Finds was saying he's 36, so he sold his Pokemon when he was 13, and he's saying that it's the reason I resell. I started reselling because I was trying to rebuild my collection.
Yeah. And really, honestly, so Josh is saying, so there's a couple layers of reselling, but I don't know where it starts to be a professional or where it's full time. Depends on how much money you need. If you can live on $20,000, I probably could do that from the thrift store. $30,000 a year, could I pull that? Yeah, probably from the thrift store. 40, I don't know. 40, 50, 60, I don't think you can get that from the thrift store. But the second you just look in your paper, look for barn sale, look for somehow you got to find the guys. Farmers always have a bunch of crap.
And we have found, because it was just really over this past summer that we really started going out like during the summer and hitting up garage sales and stuff. And we were pleasantly surprised. But we have found,
Candy. Oh, aloha and thank you. Mahalo.
Thank you so much. We have found that our local thrift stores,
underdog of the den,
are really picked over, and or Josh was mentioning the great stuff is rarely at the shelves or in the flea markets because, well, also the thrift stores now, they either jack the prices up because they're literally
that's
on
all new.
eBay,
that's totally
or they're pulling the stuff and they have their own people selling it on marketplaces.
That's like the past 10 years. That's the way the business is.
So that is why it is even more than ever necessary to have some connections, some constant sources.
But you'll meet those connections faster than you realize. It's not like you have to go on a date with somebody. You just got to find the dude with the stuff on his house. I mean, let's talk about 15, 20 years ago. We used to talk about how I'll just go up to someone's door. I'm looking in people's side yards. I'm looking everywhere for stuff. And if I see anything, if there's anything I want to do, I just go up to the door. if I see a little shop, I don't know, whatever it is. You see, because up in here, up in this piece, up here in New England area, we actually have been to towns where there's abandoned stores. And you look inside and you're like, look, there's stuff I want in there. Figure out who owns the building, call them to buy the stuff. It's much harder now. There's more people doing all this stuff, but you got to be kind of hardcore. So connections is less intimidating than it seems. It's just a matter of.
But you're also Mr. Social Gabby.
No, I'm not. I'm an introvert. I like to stay in I like to sit in my room.
You're very engaging.
And I want someone to massage my feet all day. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask?
I would not be making the connections.
You're not a connection maker.
True. I am not.
But if you liked something, if you see like an old hippie lady with some sort of killer thing, like a red fur coat that you want, it's not fur, a red furry coat that you want, you're going to go talk to the lady. It depends on who. You're not.
I'm not a schmoozer, though.
But if the lady had something you want, I've watched you have full-on conversations with people. They just have to be sweet. And
I walk away going, what the heck did I even say?
Well, that's a different
I'm,
story.
Paralyzed.
You don't have a brain. But just the fact that you have to, you gotta.
Isn't that awesome that we are Candy O's first super chat on a live stream? We are honored. Thank you.
And like Josh is saying, that's what YouTube is good for, is building this community, the live streams like this. And if you don't, generally speaking, we haven't gotten but the single first day where the guy said missing tooth, neck, beard, I'm out of here.
That is what I think our merch should say.
Missing
but
tooth,
you're going to be getting a tooth, so I don't know. Maybe it could be gold tooth, neck, beard, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
I thought that was the funniest
thing.
That's
the only negative comment we've had.
Well, right. Josh was saying that's one thing with lives is you get fewer trolls. So
yeah. And because look at the community, the community. The community is here.
I'm not talking to anyone, and you can't change my mind. He said that he had Joni taking photographs.
17 pictures. I saw that. As where are those pictures? I gotta go find those.
She probably put them on Insta.
And remember also, just going back to the just the conversation about the old timers have got all the stuff. They've got outbuildings and barns and they got all the stuff. All the stuff is sitting there. And guess what? Not the first, second, third, possibly fourth time. The old guys die. And all the stuff is there. And then you go get it, or it gets, worst case scenario, they leave it and the kids don't do anything, or whoever doesn't do anything. The roof caves in. All the stuff gets ruined. So I have spent a lot of my life tracking down stuff. And I've got friends who track down stuff. And when we find each other's stuff, we like say, hey, there's a score over here. And then
Beard does say that he's an introvert, right?
What he's saying, I think what he's saying is the kind of introvert that I am. Like, I could be fine all by myself without any interaction with anybody.
No, he's saying I'm not talking to anyone.
Oh.
You can't change my mind.
Okay, well, don't talk to anybody. I don't care. But remember how I used to sit down in my basement over on Pine Street, and I would just be there like eBay Island. I was just on Person Island.
I see. He had
I was Wilson.
Apple Macintosh computers just piled up around him.
And I was just selling on eBay. This is like 2000 though.
Oh my God, 2000. So many computers. Den Decor was saying it's not that much harder. Just showing up on time with cash is 80% of the work. Not being a eggplant, negotiating is the other 20%. Paul says that's true. Den, never be an eggplant.
No, it's hard to get along.
Major
being
win.
any sort of vegetable.
Regarding the neckbeard comment, can't hate the days when the trash takes itself out.
Let's see.
Oh wow!
Most antique dealers are just collectors. Did you read that? They sell their low-end stuff to fund their high-end clients. That's exactly what we do. That's what we're sitting here.
It's true.
Look at the new. I don't have any pants
Mike was saying.
Can you get those two things?
Which?
Don't get them. Don't get them.
The
show and tell will be a different day.
Oh yeah, last night we're like, you guys, we were up until
11. I mean, we were up till 11.
I don't know what it was. Like we drank some coffee during the day, and then
yeah, we did.
we
had some shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie.
And it might have a little cocaine.
We were
in
watching
it or
some of John and Josh, and then we were like, "Oh, we're tired." But then we were like, "Wait a second! Your mom recommended a movie called Heretic."
And
we're like, "Can we stay awake?"
With Hugh Grant.
I'm usually bed before 8 o'clock.
Hugh Grant.
That is an interesting movie.
It's a pretty good movie. Gotta say, it kept us on the edge of our seat, and we stayed up.
So much so that we
generally speaking,
way past our bedtime.
We have to watch a movie in 3 parts.
Yes,
because
we watched it straight through.
We watched it all the way through. And another big, huge recommendation.
Royal Glen, that's awesome.
Was Red One?
Red One
as a kids movie
with what's his name there?
Dwayne Johnson. The Dwayne Johnson.
And the guy that was like the superhero Marvel, Chris Evans. And
I mean, it's star-studded for sure.
And
it was super, super good.
Woman who was in Charlie's Angels. One of the Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, she's not that good.
Anyhow, it was
Sarah Jessica Gellar.
She's not in that. She's
Sarah
in
Jessica
Dexter.
Gellar. Oh, right, a totally different person. I don't remember who it was, but anyway, that was a really good movie, and it was good. We also tried to watch Fred Claus, and I don't think we liked that. Sorry, Fred Claus.
But Mike was saying that he was at a thrift store this year, and a worker saw him and was like, "Hey, you want this bag of new with tag polo Ralph Lauren shirts for $100 bucks? There was 23. I sold 75% of them." At $50 plus.
Yeah.
Oh, which that totally reminds me of a Boar.
Shoot, we have connections at the thrift store.
The Boar and Tell.
Don't we have connections? Don't we know a guy named starts with an E, and then we know the other guy, and we can go there and talk to him, and he gives me discounts. Like I go to the thrift store now, and like the actual thrift store, and they jack up their prices.
Thank you, WTF. Thanks.
Thank you. And they jack up the prices there to way more than I would buy something for. So I just go up to the guy and I'm like, "Hey, can I so my angle is I buy one thing maybe at full price, and then I come in with 2 or 3 other things and go, "Can I just have a discount on this?" And he's like, "You can always ask." And he always gives me like half off of those other things. And who would think to ask? Well, some people do. But a lot of people just go, I'm at a thrift store, I have to accept the price. If it's a private thrift store, ask for a discount.
So when Mike was talking about the bag of polos, it reminded me of one of my Boar and Tells from a group. And someone was saying how they were so frustrated because they were at like a Goodwill or something. And they saw all of these, is it Burberry coats?
I want the Burberry coat.
Like on the rack.
Yeah.
And
I would buy
the
those.
employee was like loading the rack up. And the person that posted said they looked at the price and the prices were pretty high. And the seller was like, "Oh yeah, I went on eBay to see how much they're selling for and we're pricing them at that." And then so the person that posted said, "Well, where'd you get them all?" And they said they were counterfeit.
Ugh.
They were counterfeit.
It's not even illegal to sell them again.
And
I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Can you believe that?
It's canceled. Let's call the police. I'm calling the police right now.
Somehow they got a load of
pull over.
Whatever bootleg counterfeit crap, and they were selling it.
That's illegal.
And so then someone that doesn't know any better is going to buy it and then maybe try to resell that on eBay.
Yeah,
it's just
that's the problem.
This vicious
and
cycle.
That's actually a good example of why.
Which made I'm sorry, Mike.
No, it's an example of why
made me think of that.
the Main Street the bill has to come out. Why they have to have some sort of the companies have to protect their brands because crap like that happens.
Bye, Dentacore. Thanks for being
Aloha.
here.
Have a great day.
Hope you're hanging out. And we'll give Pokey a squish for you from your comment earlier in the beginning.
We are not clothing sellers, but multiple times have I seen a Bonnie Cashin jacket. I know who Bonnie Cashin is. It just looks good, let alone being a 60s, high-end fashion design. And I'll pay $80 for a jacket I know will sell for $300. I'm not even a clothing person, but I know that. Am I right? Thank you. I just want to name drop
Paul.
Bonnie Cashin.
I'm seeing a trend here. I can get on well with most people and chat along, but I'm happy on my own in my own space. It might be most resellers are a bit schizophrenic.
I think there's definitely some similarities in the mindset of most resellers. Some people are dragged into it. Like, you don't come in with that pre-existing, I'm going to, just do my own thing mentality.
It is interesting. I think a lot of the resellers and the reseller YouTubers are actually maybe on the shy or hermit side. And
the hermit. Beard's a hermit.
Ryan says he is. So anyhow, Royal Glen, aloha. Royal Glen was saying, I picked up some rare high-dollar horror VHS movies.
Axe Monkey's a hermit. I ain't going out there. It's too people-y.
From the thrift store on the Cheap Friday, sold 2 already. To where else but Salem, North Carolina. I know.
Did eBuyer's Choice just come in here? Aloha, peoples and Pokey. Aloha to you.
Whenever we go to the thrift stores, we always look for horror VHS.
Yes. I kind of like. I have a little TV just like right here, like a 13-inch with a VCR thing in it, and we watch just every once in a while. Just pop in ET or something. I mean, it instantly just sucks you right back. Well, you know what I'm saying. It takes you back in a gentle, non-sucking or blowing way to the 80s, and then it's like everything. It's all there for you.
Beard.
Hello. I am a hermit.
I am a hermit.
I mean, I'm definitely not technically an introvert, but as far as just, I could definitely take people or leave them. I mean, I could take them or leave them. The thing is I need them so I can get the stuff I need to make me happy. So I'm good at dealing with people. But ultimately,
if we're invited somewhere, you're, very entertaining. You're an extrovert, but we aren't.
Well, somebody's got to do.
We
something.
aren't really
Everybody's just sitting around.
We aren't going out and
somebody's got to tap dance,
socializing unless someone invites us. Really,
generally speaking, we do not.
We're not really having a lot of people over our house,
and because people are sick of inviting us.
I know.
And having us
We've
go
worn
no.
Out, we've worn out the invites.
We gotta sell stuff on eBay. We don't have time. Do you understand what this is all about, people? We're trying to save the world one eBay sale at a time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Beard hasn't left the house since Friday. Oh, the greatest thing ever, Beard. Check this out. Imagine this. It's Sunday morning, yesterday morning. It's 20 degrees outside. I have to put on pants. That's how cold it is outside. The left rear, we gotta get new tires soon enough, but the left rear tire has a slow leak in it, so I gotta turn on it's 8:00 in the morning. I gotta turn on the air compressor.
I didn't even think about
in the garage, and it makes a lot of noise on Sunday morning, and I had to pump up the tire, and then I'm like, just maybe a month ago, we ran out of gas, and our fuel gauge said, we knew it was a little flaking out, and it said half a tank. We run out of gas, and we come to a stop in the middle of an intersection, and the needle just drops to empty, and it goes ding, and the light comes on.
We're like, are you kidding me?
So we have to go get gas in the morning. This is yesterday morning.
But why? Because we were going to
out
drive.
Of coffee.
Out of coffee.
And
donuts.
No donuts, and it's Sunday morning. You got to go get the donuts on Sunday morning, and you have to go to this little town called Milton, Vermont.
Which is like, what, 30
minutes away
from us. So, hour.
We drive out of our street. We turn. We're like, first stop.
You're not going to believe this.
The first stop, we stop to get some gas. And this gas station has been closed down for a little while. They had to replace the pumps, and they're upgrading it to a new name and blah, blah, blah. So
wait, drag this out like Commonwealth.
So... I thought I was.
So wait, so the next thing we sold was
oh right, so
Howard
then
W sales replacement control guide.
Yeah, so then these right here are the
we love
glasses,
him. We watch him all the time.
Making light fun. And so we're at the gas station, and then ting, I remember a long, long time ago on Sunday mornings, they used to have donuts in this.
Oh, yeah. Always have
rubbing alcohol.
I
have a drinking problem.
Because it's great for getting off any glue residue,
even
cleaning some stuff.
I have about one of these a day.
Be careful, though. Plastic can get permanently scratched.
Keeps you clean and sterilized on the inside. That's why I've never gotten COVID. Thank you.
I have, but he hasn't.
How'd that happen? Long story short, there was donuts in there from the same
Yeah.
place that we were driving to. Thank you. And so we saved ourselves an hour of time. We got to toot right back
Our
home,
gas-
and it was
our
all
gas-
warm. And
Our car is filled with
Filled.
gas when we didn't even have to drive
it
an
was
hour
just,
away.
it was just a great.
Yeah, and a while back, every Sunday, this local gas station would get the delivery from this
Basket.
awesome bakery that we were going to drive to. And we didn't think that they did it anymore. And lo and behold, they did.
I'm not a
We were so
misanthrope. I just
excited.
don't like people.
Hmm?
WTF. Not a misanthrope, just don't like people. No, I do like people. Yeah. But I'm super weird, and then people will get all annoyed with me, and I'm just like,
Ryan,
I'll
you
just
gotta
go
make
invent
the
my
2 minute
entire
story.
own world. I have my own whole world. Primo, it's not that bad. When you start drinking the toilet duck, is when you need professional help. I don't think you can't really drink 90% rubbing alcohol, can you? Let's see. I can't even smell it without.
Did you say, like, if this gets on your hands, your skin turns white?
Yeah, this
it
is like the
literally just
91.
instantly sucks out all the moisture from it.
I think you die if you drink that. I was kidding, by the way.
You probably can't even bathe in it.
Please don't listen to me.
Don't! What are you talking about? Do not.
No,
I did not even hear you say drink that.
But please understand that if you listen to me, that you need special other help. Don't listen to that.
No, don't.
You can, but you shouldn't.
I was distracted. I did not hear you say that.
No. Do not drink rubbing alcohol. I was totally kidding because that would be the most obnoxious, dumb thing to do, and I like to point that out. Let's see what happens if you. What happens? I mean, it's 91%. So first of all, even if you didn't die, you probably would die. What happens when you drink? It's not rubbing alcohol. What's it called?
P-notes.
No, we need to know. This is important.
Yeah, it is like awful, awful moonshine, which so many people die from moonshine or have.
Well, because you got to take off the first 10% is methanol, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
I've heard over the summer where American tourists over in, like, I don't know, some tropical islands were dying because, and they ended up linking it to essentially moonshine that they were served or bought or something, and that's why all these American tourists were dying.
You can drink it. You can drink it.
No!
You're just gonna decrease body heat, dangerously low blood pressure, and even cardiopulmonary collapse. That's all.
So you're gonna die.
Thank you. Isopropyl oral dose is about 1 point. It's got an oral dose? No, toxic oral dose. So you'll die if you drink 0.5 to 1 milliliter per kilogram. That's a lot.
WTF, I like people is too much to say. I like the quirky ones. Why do you think I'm here?
Yes.
John, I think John might be, he says, I need to call poison control now. Hope to see you at the live later today.
No, we can't jeopardize that. We'll drink our isopropyl after well, you come on at 6. Gosh, you come on at 6 p.m. at night. Isn't that amazing? I wish
it's only 3 his time.
But imagine if you came on at 3 and it's all sunny and nice outside. For us, it's dark. It's like night. It's a prime time job.
I'm lucky if I can stay awake until 8.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
However, last night we were up late.
Yep. So tonight, like eBay sales, it's going to be alligator teeth. Tonight we're in bed by 5.
Peeping time.
5 o'clock.
Put a little bit of that in your coffee to start the day.
To be honest with you, I thought that it was totally undrinkable. You couldn't at all. Apparently, you can have a nip from time to time if you're a total maniac. But my mom used to tell me stories about how the
Candy. Oh wow! If Kevin ever needs a stand-in fan, you've got the job. Nice, thanks.
The Vietnam, from my dad said that in Vietnam they used to drink cologne. They used to drink cologne.
Oh God. Basket noodles, like drinking Lysol. You can clean the toilet at the same time.
That's right.
You're soiling it.
That's right.
I like good productivity trends.
You spray down the toilet. It's like a reverse, enema. It's a reverse enema. It's talk about scrubbing bubbles. I mean.
Okay. We have talked about poop.
Yep. What happens if a kid drinks a sip of alcohol? He will explode! No!
He'll take an umbrella and jump off the roof thinking he's Mary Poppins.
No,
or she.
that guy didn't even have any alcohol. He was just 12. And then I think he broke his brain. And do you know anybody from school that jumped off the roof, off a single-story roof with an umbrella, and then was never the same again? I do. It wasn't me, though. I got hit in the head with a baseball. That's what made me never the same again. It was something, obviously, but I wasn't ever stupid enough to jump off the roof with an umbrella.
Peeping time, it's good stuff. It's good to huff when answering emails. What? Oh my god.
I did know remember that guy that is like a high-ranking guy in a local club. He was like a booker at a local club. This is many years ago. And he used to just like suck off his, that sounded wrong. He would spray the spray cans of air that you clean out your keyboard. Oh. And he would just put the straw in his mouth and just like suck down a can.
Like nitrous?
It's not nitrous though. That's the thing.
What is it?
It's not good for you, probably. I don't know what it is, but it probably makes you high a little bit. What other kind of illegal things can we talk about?
I don't know. So more of the boar core. Hey, boar core.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah, write that down.
Boar core.
Because our brains are fading.
The boar corner. No.
The boar corner. Oh, that's good.
You like that?
Nobody use that trademark. TM. Ryan, it is common huffing air duster. I know they say on the can like they put something in it to make it unpleasant. Way back in the day, I guess I can say this now. I think the statute of limitation has run out from 1990, but or 91. I went to a rave in San Francisco, and somebody had nitrous, and the way they serve nitrous is off of a tank, and then usually in like a balloon type thing. And nitrous itself it's not technically bad, but it's like an inebriant that lasts a very short time. And they used to in like the 1700s, it was like the aristocracy would meet in a theater, and then somebody would put like some sort of solid matter into some sort of liquid, and chemically it would make nitrous oxide, and everybody in the theater would get crazy, and it was a bunch of fun. Well, in the rave times, they put it in a balloon and you just get high for a second. But somebody had nitrous for a car, and I sucked that in, and it was like all full of sulfur.
Oh my!
And it was totally gross, and I'm pretty sure I got sick after that. It was unpleasant. So I don't like to put anything in.
Do you remember poppers? Was that a thing in the U.S.? Poppers.
Poppers?
Oh, and Ryan was saying he knew someone that died from huffing the air duster.
Well, don't do that. Don't do anything that we're talking about things you should not do. Do not.
I don't know anyone that sells more than
poppers
40 items at a time.
Poppers is the thing that they. Oh, go ahead. 40 items.
Oh, I was just gonna say that eBay did up their combining invoices from 40 to 100. For those of you here that sell, actually, Ryan, you probably could have.
Oh yes, sold. Right, Paul. Ryan, it's Poppers is the
that's what Justin Timberlake had in his system when he was arrested.
Like amyl nitrates or something. Amyl nitrates. It's some sort of industrial chemical that you get high. They used to pass it around.
So much stuff. It's funny.
When I was like 18, I mean, not for that particular purpose, but it was just like a cheap thing. Oh yeah, you had to go buy it at like the porno store.
Oh yeah, poppers is a slang term referring to recreational drugs
amyl
belonging
nitrates.
to the
alkyl
nitrate family of chemical compounds.
This is not stuff you want to put in your body.
No, why are we talking about this?
It's fun, but it's gross. So don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, okay? Thank you.
Okay.
And unfortunately, at 55 years old, even if you wanted to do them, it just does not. It's just not the same. Everything's bad now. Thank you. I wonder how it is for silver hair, because he just turned 56.
Turned 60. He said it in the last show. 60 something.
Yes. Giving away his age.
Yes. Anyhow, eBay is now allowing you to combine up to 100 invoices. So for combined shipping, however, if you sell something at a discounted price, which
we
have
talking about
experienced
eBay
this,
again?
yeah.
Oh,
You can't combine invoices.
Oh, right. So it depends on So I don't understand why they haven't sorted that out, but the whole deal is that whether you get an offer, give an offer, whether something is purchased on a sale or a coupon, all give you different checkout experiences. I don't know why they can't
that
fix
is so annoying. But if somebody's buying your price out or your item outright, you can now combine up to 100 invoices. But
what's a butt chug? Oh, butt chug. That's like what that's why I don't know, why is my nose so itchy? I feel like that's like we're talking about drugs and I'm getting all itchy. What's his face? Richard Christie used to do that on Howard Stern show and put a beer where the sun don't shine.
Oh, what?
I'm saying that I have witnessed it, hearing it on the Howard Stern show. Butt chug. Peeping Tom says, just cool. Butt chug a Bud Lime and put on Primo Kimo.
There you go. That sounds.
But when you hear those words together, it sounds like fun.
Maybe.
Is there a specific bar that allows that?
Oh my God. Yeah. Ryan, I'm right there with you. Wait, basket news out of control.
Yes. I had a pot Rice Krispie about 3 years ago. It did absolutely nothing to me, and I'm afraid I'll be paranoid. It probably wasn't a good Rice Krispie, because it should do something to you.
Oh, well, and oh yeah.
But she doesn't do nothing.
No. Hey, Jovial.
I'm pretty loosey.
Since you mentioned not going out of the house much, a package was delivered today by the garage door. No porch pirates allowed. Huh?
A porch.
Something was delivered to us. To us, since you mentioned you're not going out of the house much. A package was delivered today by the garage door.
Our garage door?
Oh, wait, now I gotta go see. We're easily confused.
Yeah, it's possible. We don't. Well, we go out of the house a lot, in the sense that during this fourth quarter, and I think it's pretty important that you ship your stuff out quickly, both because we've actually listened. Who said that? Why don't you try, even if if you don't ship on the weekend, try printing out your labels on Saturday. Maybe even ship on Saturday. See if that opens up more sales for you on Sunday. That kind of a thing. And we're close enough to, I think we have like a 2.5% not late shipment rate, but tracking uploaded on time and validated. Doesn't really matter till you get the 3%, but then that could take away your top rated seller. What? What? Those are real words? What's going on here? What'd you do?
I don't know. I think vibrations. Here.
What is this? We have a package. Let's... Jovial Juggler put our own return address on here. That was cool. That's so slick. We don't even know where you are. How do we return the favor?
Aww.
Okay, I gotta open it. Where's my knife? Where's my recently a new blade?
Gentle.
I'm thinking of Heretic
How
right
sweet.
now. So excited. So excited.
Cox, come up.
Well, we would go because we still have to go out back to the post office because we need to make 2 runs a day. That's what I was trying to say. Careful. Easy. Easy, Pokes. Careful. Let's put the line. That's
Is Pokey hinting at something?
He
His
knows.
tail's wagging.
You know,
He's hinting.
Sorry. Kiss him and make him better. Gotta be careful. I'm very meticulous at opening packages because I don't like to ruin packages. This is so exciting, Pokes. It's gonna take me 8 minutes to open this. Oh my gosh, Pokes! We're getting there. Okay, I'm here.
Look at how cute he is. Oh my god, I swear he knows something.
Oh my!
Look at him! Look at him!
He's in there.
Oh my goodness! What is in here? He's so cute.
He's adorable. What is this?
Are
Look
they
at all
like
these
doggy
items.
treats?
There's a lot of items in here, Pokes. Oh, look at this. We have a card.
Oh my goodness.
Very nice. Very impressed with your professional packaging.
Pokey.
It's in a crinkle bag. Everything's better in a crinkle bag, babe.
Yes,
Get in there.
Yes, Jovial is here.
Oh my gosh. What is going on here?
Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness,
God. 'Tis the season to be dry.
Oh. He loves peanuts. We love peanuts. Thank you. Yes, reality smacks. LL, look at that tail. He thinks it's for him. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Jovial, this is
we don't have to do card
everything.
shopping now. I got cards.
So cute.
These are so awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Holy cow.
Look at Pokey is so cute.
This one's not
Jovial,
even...
this is beautiful.
I know. You're going to make me get all sweaty with respect out of my eyeballs. Here, look at that.
Oh, how cute. Oh.
This one needs a new battery. What's happening with this one? It says press. That one needs a new battery.
Oh, that is so cute.
I think he shakes, though. He's going to shake.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Shaky.
Oh, how cute.
Dance, Snoopy, dance. That is so cute. Okay, hold on. There's more. There's more. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Oh.
Hope your holidays are bright and joyful.
Oh, that's Pokey's favorite one.
Oh, Pokes, look at that. It's got...
So cute. Look at him. You are so precious.
Come on. These are just awesome. Thank you so much.
Really, really
We're not
so
done
kind
yet.
and sweet.
We're not done yet. We've
Oh my
got
God.
Paper Wonder Elf. Holy crap.
She says for
Do you have an
Spam's-
account? Do you have an account
Spam's
at
favorite
Hallmark?
Christmas movie.
Oh
my God.
my
yes.
God.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Somebody's got an account at Hallmark. Do you have the Hallmark
Wait,
Visa card?
does he say? Oh my goodness, this
think
is so cute.
I think you have to do something.
It's like 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is absolutely adorable.
This one
Okay,
has
my brain can't do that right this moment because I'm
it
overwhelmed
just has to,
with
it has to
joy.
pop out like that.
Yeah,
It comes
yeah,
out,
yeah,
pops
yeah.
out.
It's so cute.
Oh my gosh. We don't need to get any more cards from anybody because you just filled out our entire mantelpiece.
Look at in a Star Wars for you.
Oh, there's a porg on the front. Look at the little porg.
Pokey. Oh my God, Pokey.
Pokes. Oh, Pokey.
You like it?
Oh, he's like, I'm going to eat the
Wow,
card. There
he
better be a treat in
is.
here. I'm going to eat the card if you don't give me a treat. We're going to have to give him a treat.
Take a picture of Pokey's face in the wreath card, LOL.
Paper Wonder. This is so sweet. Thank you so much. Totally unexpected. That's what makes it so awesome.
I know.
Press here. Well, it does have to be it's not the best because it's not undone.
We have to. Oh wait, that looks like it's easy
This
to
one's
set up.
easy. Okay, we can undo this. Oh my gosh, look at that! It just comes right. It just pops right into a thing. Hold on, I got this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get this.
Ryan. Ryan, damn, that's like my entire sales this month in just Hallmark cards. Oh my god. Oh.
Look at that bee in the back there. Lucy's always taking the football.
Oh.
But we forgive her because it's this time of year. It's so wonderful.
Look at Pokey.
Pokey's like, I want to go to Christmas. Where's the treat? He's like, where's the treat?
Oh, good.
You are such a little baby. Now, wait, I need to go back to this because did I light it up? I want to put this, make this open up. I don't want to ruin it, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
But is there? Wait, no, here it is. Son of a nutcracker.
Just so thoughtful, and just you clearly pay such close attention to the frivolous things we talk about. So it's so sweet of you. Thank you.
I'm looking at the card, but
and then aloha, Spam, Pokey, and Primo.
Malakaliki Maka, which is
that is so
what am I
incredibly
trying to say?
sweet.
I'm like actually taking. I'm a little out of sorts because only one person gave us that. I'm just kidding. Jovial Juggler is just too much. Thank you so much. We do expect at least another 46 items. There's at least 46 people watching.
That is seriously
totally,
so incredibly sweet.
So sweet.
Thank you for giving us the heads up that it was here. I mean,
I was so confused.
Just these are going to be going up all over the place. We'll probably line up the dining room table with them. This is really special.
Seriously.
Thank you so much. It just, I'm
Amazeballs.
speechless. Really cute.
Pokes, you feel like we did stuff today, huh?
And he got so excited.
Yeah, so excited. How are we gonna? We're gonna have to shove some. Get him a treat for crying out, dog. This kid needs
so cute.
See, we have some harder treats, and then we have some softer treats. And what he really, really wants the softer treats. Probably because 16 of his teeth fell out of his head on accident when he went to the doctor, and they pulled them.
Yeah, I know that they're all so amazing.
Carla, I know, isn't that awesome? So great. Thank you so much again. What the heck?
I mean, who doesn't love the Peanuts and Elf? You know?
Take a picture of Pokey's face in the wreath card. Maybe we'll pull him out again and try to get some candid shots of this dingaling.
Yeah, he was digging them. Well, that's truly amazing and such a awesome, sweet way to end the show today.
Perfect ending to the show. Holy cow.
Yes, Paul. He says it's been such a weird last half year for me, but next December, watch out. All being well, a black envelope may be winging your way. Oh, no. We don't. This was a complete surprise. Of course, we did not expect.
No, you can send us one. We don't turn stuff down, that's for sure. Thank you very much. Holy Toledo is all I have to say.
All right, thank you so very much, Jovial. I mean, and thank you to everyone. We just appreciate you all.
Amazing.
We Candy O and Major Win for doing super chats. Each and every one of you for even just being here with us. It really makes us happy.
And we are now going to take this super external and introverted smile. We're going to go package up 6 more items and take them to the post office. And then Pokey's all excited. He's like, which card is for me? He just grabbed.
You guys all mean so much to us. So thank you so much for being here with us and spending time with us. We appreciate you guys.
Pokey, eat a treat. Everyone wants to see you eat a treat. Oh, they burned my face. They burned. It's kryptonite. Ah, please no. Okay, I'm gonna play one more thing. It's just this one. Thanks again, everybody. We will see you on Wednesday.
Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
We
Thanks
love
again,
you guys.
Jovial
Thank
Juggler.
you.
It's so awesome. And thank you, everybody else, for joining us here today.
Everyone,
Have
thank
a
you.
great day, and we will see you soon. Wait, where is it?
What are you waiting for? Christmas?
Still love that.
Happy sales. Yes, Callie Deb. Aloha, everyone.